I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledged knowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawn. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena on. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcasted like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's the #1 Chief Rocket Knicks Universe main man, Uncle Freezy. What's good? What's good? What's good? Y'all want this party started right? Y'all want this party started quickly, right? All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. 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 I see y'all. I see y'all out there. All right, I see you, Pudge. I see you. What's good? Call Mega. Pudge Nice in the building. Call Mega, the hip hop legend. Greeny. What's good, my man? Greeny from L. I got 19 job. What's good, bro? You need to take a break sometimes, bro. What's good, y'all? Tonight, the New York Knicks played the Orlando Magic and won. Let's go. Let's go. All right, tonight the New York Knicks beat the Orlando Magic 115-102, led by Julius Randle with 25 points, 12 rebounds, and 4 assists. Right? Second best player tonight, Jalen Brunson, 21 points, 6 assists. All right, Obi chimed in with 10. Cam chimed in with 7. Isaiah Hartenstein chimed in with 7 points and 9 rebounds. Emmanuel Quickly with 0 points, 6 rebounds, and 8 assists. RJ Barrett, coming on late, had a bunch of whatever. RJ Barrett finished with 20, but that is not the tale of the night. That's probably the opposite. RJ Barrett scored a bunch of points late. Whatever. Right? Let me mention some Orlando Magic themed stuff. You know, Paolo was 6 of 13 for 21 points and 4 rebounds. Wendell Carter, as usual, somewhere around that 17 and 11. Cole Anthony was 14, 4, and 4. And Bol had 19 on 10 shots. Right? All right. Let's start by stating the obvious. RJ Barrett struggled tonight. RJ Barrett struggled tonight. That's all I want to. Offensively, he struggled. Yeah. Okay. The Orlando Magic were scrappy tonight. The Orlando Magic were scrappy tonight, man. They came out. They had the look of a team that desperately not want to go 0 for 4. Also, the officiating tonight, you could say for like the third game in a row. The officiating was not anti-Knicks, but maybe lean to the officiating lean to the team that was not being physical and aggressive. Let's just say it that way. The teams in basically the referees are having tight whistles in games where yeah. Let's just say that. Let's just say that. Right? Let's just say that. Overall, guys, who impressed you tonight? Who was the most impressive Knick of the night? Y'all let me know. Who was the most impressive Knick of the night? Let me see if I could put a poll in the chat using this mighty slow Wi-Fi that I have and on this laptop. It's not ideal. It's not like being in Studio G. Hopefully we'll be in Studio G soon. Hopefully we'll be in Studio G soon. Let me see. Yeah. All right, let me go to events. I want to put a poll in the chat. Who was the most impressive Knick tonight? Let the chat decide. We'll let the chat decide who's the most impressive Knick tonight. If my Wi-Fi can catch up to us. Let me see if I can do it on my phone. I've never tried to do it on the phone, but I'll try to do it tonight. All right, let me turn this down because I don't want to see. All right. All right. Let me see. I want to add. All right, so I want to comment. Let me see. It won't let me do top chat, some messages. Your live chat, all messages visible. Don't want to super chat. Yeah, for some reason it's not letting me do it on my phone. I'm gonna try to do it from back here because I want to get your opinion on it. Clearly, Randall played one of the better games we've seen Randall in the 3 years he's been here, or 4 years he's been here. I'm sorry. Randall definitely played one of his better games since becoming a Knick. All right, let me see here. All right, come on, internet. Just waiting on the internet to catch up to us. And I also want to ask you guys, how do you feel about Tom Thibodeau's rotations through 3 games? How do you feel about Tom Thibodeau's rotations through 3 games? All right, so there we go. Engage your audience. All right, let me mute that. Let me add this. Start with the poll. All right, let me put the poll out here. Let me put the poll out here. Who was the most impressive Knick versus the Magic? All right, so let's go with Julius. Randall. Let's go with Jalen Brunson. All right. What other options are out there? Julius, RJ Barrett. Emmanuel Quickly. All right, Emmanuel Quickly. Okay. I'm going to ask the community. Chat, there is your poll. Let your voice be heard. Let your voice be heard. Let your voice be heard. Who was the most impressive New York Knicks player tonight? Was it Julius Randle? Was it Jalen Brunson? Was it RJ Barrett? Was it Emmanuel Quickly? Let your voices be heard. Crow Noir says Prison Ball Randall. Ricardo Torres is in the building. What's good? And guys, what do you think? What do you think was the turning point in the game? Tell me what you guys think it was the turning point in the game, and we'll discuss. David L says vroom 100%. Eli M says, yeah, the rotation is a little shaky, but I like how we were switching JB and Quick. Yeah. And notice, Quickly is getting more reps than Derrick Rose. Wow. Emmanuel Quickly was getting more reps than Derrick Rose. Wow. Wave Space says, his rotations have been great. He's doing a great job controlling the game, in my opinions. He's given us a shot at being in the game, and we're finishing the game too. Right. It's amazing what a point guard can do to help a coach execute strategies and schemes. Right? It's amazing what a point guard could do. If we had Jalen Brunson last year, would we have made the playoffs last year? It's an interesting hypothetical. Of course, there is no real answer to that question, but it's fun to think about. Hey, y'all cut it out over there. I got dogs that want to play around at midnight. They have what's called the zoomies, I guess. Chuck said dogs get the zoomies where they want to just run. They get like the burst of energy. But it's about 12 o'clock at night. Kerry Cox says, so Leon may move Fournier, McBride, and D Rose. Smoke 60, smoke. What's good? New York been playing mad hard. Yes, very. Eli M says we got Rose and bubble wrap right now. That's interesting. That is interesting. Rose and bubble wrap. I'm not for sure if Rose is in bubble wrap. If so, I think I like it. Wave Space says Jalen Brunson is doing what he's supposed to and humble about it. Translates to W's. And Kerry Cox says we need the salary cap space. For who, Kerry Cox? Who are we going to sign? Don't just go halfway. Go all in. Yeah. Don't just go halfway, man. Go all in on it. Who we saving salary? Who we get salary cap space for? Yeah, man. I see you, David L. I see you. I see you. Yeah, it does cost to win. It does cost to win, man. But look, not I'm gonna say this. Right? These stupid dogs, bro. I swear I should just put them outside. I know y'all hear that rustling in the background. Sound like a rodeo going on sound like a rodeo. But look, if we're saving cap space, who are we going after? Who we going after? Interesting. I would say this. If we saving cap space for somebody, ensure that it's a difference maker. Because if you're saving cap space, you don't want to save cap space just to spread out evenly, to say you want to pay Obi, you want to pay Quickly, you want to pay Cam, you want to pay such and such, you want to pay this random player, you want to go get that random. Nah. I think if you're saving cap space, then it should be for a player that's going to be a difference maker. It should be for a difference maker. It should be for that star that you're looking to trade into cap space. Right? Like for instance, y'all know me. I'm thinking, yeah, I would pull the trigger. I would pull the trigger on say an SGA in a trade. Yo, this is dope right here. Okay, I see you. I see you. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I'm just gonna respect. Mad respect and love. I don't know how to pronounce the name, but I'll read the comment. But respect. I was at the last two games. This team looks a lot better than last year already. Respect. Okay, I'm gonna go with that. And Kerry Cox says Devin Booker gonna want out once the Suns lose in the second round. I don't know if I'm gonna go that far with you, right? And Paris Zucker says, "Yo, sound upbeat. Sometimes there's no sidebar story. This roster is frozen. No. Come on, bro. It's only been 3 games. And then you got to take the conversation in context. Like we can't just draw. We're not gonna extract random storylines. Somebody in the chat said something, and I'm responding to it. Just like you said something in the chat, and I'm responding to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not making something up. This is Kerry Cox said something about saving looking to create cap space, and I'm speaking to his comment of creating cap space. So it's not me extracting an invisible storyline. This is me responding to a comment in the chat, just like I responded to your comment in the chat. Yeah, it ain't none of that. Sometimes a thing. And plus, I'm gonna say what I want to say. I'm a grown up. Oh, I got you. Hey, salute. Hey, Illmatics is in the building. What's good, my man? Hey, what's good, David? Hey, now that I know, I know. And Kerry Cox says, once Grimes returns fully mid-season, we got to move Fournier maybe more. I don't know. Cox, I don't know, man. I don't know about Grimes coming back mid-season. He should be back soon. He should be back sooner than that, right? He should be back sooner than that. And then I don't know if you gotta move Fournier. I don't know if you gotta move Fournier, man. I just think it's one of them deals where if the opportunity presents itself to make the move, then you make it. But you ain't gotta move Fournier, though. You ain't got to. You ain't got to. Hey, Paris Duggar, I see you. You're talking about the future, but Kerry Cox is not talking about the future. Kerry Cox was talking about what do you do, like, you know what I'm saying? If he's talking about with Grimes coming back and making room for Grimes. Yeah, y'all got two different conversations going on at the same time. And Wave Space says is basically talking about the thing that I have been talking about the most, the thing that I've been wanting this team to do. Share the ball, man. Wave says 3 games in a row, we are sharing the ball. That's all we need to do, and it looks good. Yeah. Share the basketball, man. It's the thing that we were saying about Cam Reddish. Like what would make Cam Reddish a better NBA player? Getting his assist percentage up. And if y'all remember me speaking about that in July, August, September, the same thing I had been saying about RJ Barrett. You want to become great NBA players? Share the basketball. Get your assist percentage up. If your assist percentage is in the single digits, you're not going to be a great scorer. You're not. If your assist percentage is in the single digits, you're not going to be an efficient scorer. Because NBA defenses know you at no point will ever want to pass the basketball. Stars, guys that average, say, 20 points a game, their assist percentage is in the 20s. Usually. Sometimes even higher than that. And sometimes that depends on their usage rate. So Wiz, let me throw this link in the chat for Wiz. All right. So Wiz says, I say keep the roster as is and keep spreading the ball. Keep spreading the playing time around. Our superpower is our depth. We're 8 to 10 players can average 8 to 20 points. Okay. I got you. I got you, Kerry Cox. I got you, bro. Yeah, I'm sounding bad, man. My nose is mad itchy, and these dogs in here playing, man. I'm aggravated because they over here playing. You know what I'm saying? And I know y'all hear it, man. He sound like a stand over here. Greeny, what's good, bro?
Hey, what's good? How you doing, Coach? I said, Coach, how you doing,
Man, I'm good. I'm good, man. I'm good. You excited that this team is 2-1?
I'm more than excited. I'm just happy to see like how our point guard is making our team look. You know, they pulled back in the lead to the 2-point lead, and then our point guard showed us why we paid them $100 million.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm pretty happy about that. My only question for the night is why does Obi and Cam Reddish have the lowest amount of minutes played besides Derrick Rose? There's no reason for that. Those two guys played great tonight. They played great on both sides of the floor, offensively and defensively. There's no reason why they both should have only 28 minutes together. Yeah. And like I said, it's the lowest minutes out of everybody in the team except D Rose. So that's my only problem for tonight. And RJ Barrett needs to step it up.
Yeah, I understand where we are organically. You know what I'm saying? What I would say is if you're a Knicks fan right now, you should be excited. You know, I'm somewhat excited now. I'm saying excited. I'm not saying over the top. Don't get it twisted. Right? Don't get it twisted. Like don't jump out the window. Right? About us starting off the season 2-1. because we have 79 more games to go. Right? What we should be excited about is that it appears out of training camp that this team likes each other and wants to play for each other. Right? And what gave me that impression is when Obi threw a lob to Cam Reddish against the Pistons. That's one of the moments I won't forget about this team. About the dude that usually catches lobs throws a lob to somebody else. You know what I mean?
He did it again tonight. Nice drop off, no look backdoor pass. I mean, behind
to
the
RJ Barrett.
To RJ Barrett. Look beautiful.
Right. So what I'll say is I know it's early. I know we hadn't played the toughest competition. I know we're still trying to figure out some things. What I'll say is while other teams, like some of the juggernauts, are struggling right now, Greeny.
Sir, yes, sir. Like the Philadelphia 76ers are 1-3.
Yeah, and some of the juggernauts are struggling.
I believe the Cavs are down there too as well.
Yeah. Let me look at. I want to look at the standings real quick. That's what I was gonna get to. I don't like trying to do it on the laptop, man, because for some reason it's just. Ugh. But right now, Orlando's. Yeah, hey, Miami's 1-3. Philly is 1-3. Brooklyn is 1-2. Right? Cleveland is 2-1. Charlotte is 2-1. Boston is 3-1. And Milwaukee is 2-0. Teams in our conference.
Well,
right?
We can jump Charlotte because we versed Charlotte.
Yeah, we got Charlotte Wednesday night. So what's your feelings on Charlotte? On to Charlotte. What are your feelings on Charlotte? You got any feelings on Charlotte?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I said my thoughts on Charlotte is I think it's I like out of all the games that we had in our season, it might be the cakewalk, by just looking at their roster, but I think it's going to be another tough, grinded out game like Miami. Like Orlando tonight. I don't think it's going to be just a gimme. I think it's going to be a game where a team is fighting to show you that they're here.
So let me make you laugh. Mm-hmm. Right? Dennis Smith Jr. is almost averaging 5 assists a game.
Wow.
Yo, Dennis Smith Jr. is starting right now for the Charlotte Hornets. Or has at least one start for the Charlotte Hornets. Let me walk that back some. Let's not go crazy. Dennis Smith Jr. has started one game for the Charlotte Hornets. I think their starters are Oubre, Hayward, Rozier, Washington, Plumlee.
Yeah, and if he starts, he's gonna start again because you got to remember LaMelo Ball is injured right now with that ankle injury.
I think their backcourt right now is Oubre and Rozier.
Smith Jr. Smith Jr. is starting. When I look on ESPN right now, you can hear me still. Yeah, they got the starters as Oubre, Dennis Smith Jr., Miles Plumlee, Hayward, and Washington.
No Rozier.
They don't even have Rozier on the roster. He probably didn't play.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
I'm looking at the box score from yesterday.
Okay.
Cool. Now that I look at that, I didn't know Terry Rozier wasn't playing because the other night I seen him come across the ticker and he was flirting with a triple-double. So now that might change my whole output on everything because Jalen Brunson is cooking. Dennis Smith. Yeah. Okay. So now this might be a gimme. Because Kelly Oubre is not dropping 20 on us. Let's be real.
So we're saying that we're concerned about Dennis Smith Jr.
No. I didn't check the injury report.
I didn't say you said that.
Yeah, I'm no longer concerned. Yeah, I'm no longer concerned.
Okay. So
I totally forgot about LaMelo Ball, but Terry Rozier, that just puts it over the top. Yeah.
Okay.
Because my only question to you is, Freeze, who's gonna come off the bench that's gonna slow down D-Rose and IQ now?
I don't know who their backup is.
And that's my point. Like, our bench is actually lethal this year. If you think
Book Night?
yeah, book night, I'll pass.
Yeah, I ain't worried about Book Night.
That's what I'm saying. Think about our bench tonight. Our bench came in and literally gave us a 10-point lead. Our starters looked like they were struggling. Our bench came in and gave us a 10-point lead. They had to put Banchero with the bench in order for them to look good.
Okay.
Banchero was running with the bench for most of the night, and that's what they were trying to do. But Tibbs caught on and started throwing Julius Randle in with our bench so that Randle would be going up against Banchero.
Okay. All right.
But now that you say that, you informed me of a lot. We should win tomorrow for
Wednesday. Hey, Lee is in the building. What's good? Hey, man, I'm struggling. This cold is kicking my behind, bro.
You need some Claritin, man. You need some Claritin.
Yeah, I need
like Kerry Cox said, you need some honey with some lemon, ginger, and honey and water and hot water.
It got to be scorching hot.
Got to be scorching hot. Lemon got to be to the point where you feel the citrus acid on that throat. You got to feel that.
Shit. Okay. Yeah, man. I'm at a point, man. I feel like tapping out, bro, and just laying it down. Laying it down, bro. I'm struggling, man. I'm struggling. Yes, God was good. So yes, God says, hey, I'm liking what I see from Randall. Dude actually looks like he want to win. Not that BS from last season. Now we got to get us a PG Randall can hoop with. Yep. I'm thinking about I'm thinking, man, this team can do something if we all play. Lee in the building. What's up, Lee?
What's good, Lee? Hey, I just wanted to say one thing, Uncle Freezy. I don't know what James Dolan, I don't know what balance he got left over to pay to the referee committee, but he need to clean that up so we can get our calls.
Yeah.
That overdue balance that he got is not sitting well with our players.
Bro, can we get a call?
Just one. That's all I want.
Yeah, man.
I don't want to be molested for a foul neither. I want to get a casual foul call.
Yeah, man. I got to get up with Dre too, man. Dre, I need to get up with you, man, because this week, man, I wanted to see if we can hook the Discord thing up so that we could take calls. Maybe I'll hit you up, man. I'm gonna try to hit you up tomorrow on Discord to see if we can do something, man. Right now, I don't feel like doing nothing, bro. But you know what I'm saying? Jeremy Maynard is in the building. Pastor Jay is in the building. What's good, man? What's good? It's good to see you, man. It's good to see you, Selly, in the building. What's good, man? Let me do this right here, man. Let me do that and put that out there in the thing. Dre, I ain't had a chance to look up the thing on Discord. It's just been a busy time, man, these past 3 weeks. This past month has just been crazy. This past month's just been crazy, man. Yeah, man, it's been nuts. So what are y'all thinking? Y'all thinking this team, based on 3 games, man? Y'all thinking this team is gonna do something?
I gotta see one more big game.
What happens if we beat Charlotte?
What happens if we beat Milwaukee? That's what I want to talk about.
Oh God, you talking about jumping out the window?
That's what I want to talk about. That's how we know this team is good.
You talking about jumping out? You talking about?
I'm not talking about jumping out the window. I'm talking about trying to be in the playoff contention.
Nah, but we can't do that until we won't be in playoff contention until like February.
I know what you're saying, but I just need to test the waters. You got to test the waters.
Oh, test the waters.
You got to test it.
Greeny, you a romantic dude. You sound like a romantic dude.
But we tested the waters the first game of the season, and we had it. The waters was not too rough for us. We was there.
I feel you. Yo, Sally is in the building. What's good, sir?
What's happening, man?
Man, long time no see, stranger.
Yeah, I've been sick too.
Yeah,
Kicking
man.
my butt, man.
Yeah, man. I gotta do
the panel.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to contain it, bro. I'm gonna try to contain it. You know me.
How you been doing, sir?
Say that again.
I was saying how Cell doing. I was asking how he was doing.
Oh yeah, man. I'm doing better. Yeah, it just took about a week to get back to, myself. But that rock and rye Freezy, I always drink whiskey or rock and rye, like put a little bit of honey in it.
Yeah.
It's a liqueur. You just gotta get that body temperature up.
Oh yeah, you talking about break it up and yeah.
Get the body temperature.
Yeah, that didn't turn the temperature up. Yeah.
Knicks are looking good, man. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
I'm shockingly surprised by how well the lineup is doing. So it should be an exciting season for the Knicks.
Yeah. If the Knicks beat Charlotte, then I think some people are going to start to jump out the window.
The Knicks are big, man. Like they don't lose size. We got iHeart coming. You got Cam on the floor topping.
Yeah.
They're just a big team, and that fourth quarter runs around, wears you down, man. Just like a boxing match.
Yeah, and it's we have size at every position except starting point guard, because the shooting guard is 6'6", 6'7". The small forward is 6'6", 6'7". The power forward is 6'8", 250. The starting center is 7 foot 240.
Right.
His backup is 7'1", 240. Obi is 6'9". Cam is 6'8". Quickly and Rolls are about 6'2", 6'3". So Grimes, when Grimes get back, Grimes will be 6'5", 6'4", 6'5". I mean, the Knicks don't lose size.
No, and iHeart's looking pretty good too. So when you do bring him in, you always have a fresh big.
Yeah,
and that maybe that makes up for some of the size. I mean, is it going to present a problem when the size works against you when you play Golden State? Yeah. Well, you're not playing Golden State every night, so.
Yo, look who it is. Hey, James from Australia, man. How you doing, man?
No, how are you? Long time. Nice.
Yeah, man. It's been what? It's been like 3 months or so, maybe longer, right?
Really? That long? Okay, wow.
Yeah. How you been, brother?
I've been great, and just great to catch up with the new season.
I got to ask you, what time is it?
It's 3:22 p.m. here. Yeah, and I'm not working today, so I have a luxury to join you guys right now.
Yeah, man. Yeah, well, listen, it's a pleasure you being here, hanging out with us, bro.
No worries. Thank you.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry, Sally, for cutting you off. I saw James backstage.
It's quite okay. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
No offense. What's up, man? How you doing from Australia?
So great. How are you?
Good.
Yeah, man. Hey, so James, the Knicks look good against the Orlando Magic, and we have the Charlotte Hornets coming up at MSG, and one of our pitfalls over the past 3, 4, 5 seasons is that we tend to get over our skis a little bit. Like we tend to get overconfident and then start overlooking teams and then lose.
Mm-hmm.
And so this game against Charlotte tends to be games like this. I'm not just saying Charlotte in general or just the Charlotte Hornets, but games like this set us up to lose, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, BK Steph is in the building. What's good, Queen? It's good to see you. Games like the Charlotte game, because here's the thing: the Orlando game, I thoroughly enjoyed it. There are a lot of things to like about this game, the Orlando game, but now the Knicks are 2-1, coming off two blowout wins against lesser opponents, and Charlotte is missing their starting point guard.
LaMelo Ball. Oh yeah.
Yes. So Charlotte to a young team like the Knicks looks like the Detroit Pistons from last Friday night. Basically I could see this as a young team taking a struggling team for granted. And the last, I think this is Charlotte Wednesday night is our Buster Douglas.
No, it's not Freeze.
Yeah, anybody in the chat know who Buster Douglas is? Y'all heard of Buster Douglas, right?
Yeah, he knocked Tyson out.
Yeah, he could be. Yeah, Charlotte could be our Buster Douglas Wednesday. If we, I'm sorry.
We're not speaking that to fruition. We're not speaking that into fruition, bro.
Nah, we don't want it to happen. We don't want it to happen. But Lee, you have a young team.
The Utah Jazz is doing it to the whole NBA right now.
Right.
Nobody saw that coming. And if you did, Danny Ainge, this whole thing's backfired on him. They lost to the Rockets tonight, but
they almost won.
They're 3-1.
They're competitive.
They're like the Knicks, man. They're so big. They got 3 7-footers on the court all the time.
Yeah.
It's like, Jesus.
The Blazers beat the Nuggets by 25 tonight.
Oh, my God, man.
Yeah.
I tell you what, the biggest guy, like Michael Porter Jr. is all the tweets he did before he played was, you just go look those up. That guy just can't get it together either.
Yeah, be a professional, but he.
No, I mean, just, that too, but just like injuries, and he just isn't performing to what his hype was.
Yeah.
But I'll say like this, Portland got him a little something that's shady and sharp, kid. You know what I'm saying? They might have stole something.
Yeah.
What's that? Oh, Shade and Sharp?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they got Jerami Grant. I mean, they got scorers, man. And they got a legit big. Like, that's one thing about basketball, man. In a 7-game series, the best team will win, but any given night, it's man, you just don't know.
Yeah.
You just don't know. Hard game to bet.
Man, Jokic had 9 points, 9 assists, and 9 rebounds tonight.
So when do you think he's going to demand to get traded?
Interesting.
How long do you think he'll just sit in Denver and get paid?
I don't think at all.
He'll probably he'll stay in Denver the rest of his career, probably.
But it's interesting, not in that. And listen, I hear your point. I feel you, right? I hear your point. What I'm getting at is, if the cupboard was barren in Denver and he was there by himself, I could see him getting impatient, like, yo, you need to bring in some help. But his issue is that they have top 10 talent or top 20 talent at certain positions, and they all can't get on the court at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, you feel me? Because like what you said about Michael Porter Jr., if Michael Porter Jr. was ready to rock, now you're working with something. And the same thing with Murray.
Oh. Yeah, he's had a lot of bad luck with that.
Yeah,
Murray has.
Yeah, and Murray has a lot of court rust where he's missed so much time that he's rusty. You know what I'm saying? I think he'll, in a little while, I think you'll see the best of Jamal Murray. If not, I think before they consider trading Jokic, they'll trade off Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray.
They could get the bag from the Knicks for Jokic.
Yeah, they could get.
They could get the entire organization for.
Bro, I ain't even gonna lie to you. In my opinion, the perfect compliment to Jokic is Julius Randle.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
The perfect compliment to the Jokic is for him to become Dirk instead of a center.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to run him at the 5 and just beat him up every game.
Yeah. Let
that guy have the Dirk role, man.
Yeah.
Let Mitch Robinson be the Tyson Chandler, and that's what I think they're like. That's what I think's going wrong in Denver. is they have him at the 5.
Oh wow.
That's my opinion. If Christian Wood and Julius Randle can play the 4, Anthony Davis can play the 4, so could Jokic.
Okay.
And then put Biyombo at the 5.
Yeah, you're just talking about just a garbage man at the 5.
Yeah, just get a glass cleaner.
Yeah, don't pay a whole lot. Don't pay a whole lot of money. That was what I was saying 2 years ago. The Knicks could have just went out, signed, instead of signing Nerlens Noel to all that money, we could have just signed JaVale McGee and Biyombo for half of what we paid Nerlens Noel.
Right.
Or we could just have Sims.
Yeah. Or just play Sims. Right. Yeah.
That's like if you look at Cleveland's big man, they got Robin Lopez. They got Robin Lopez on the bench, and he's a serviceable 5.
I didn't even recognize him the other night. Was it last night? When he came into the game, I didn't even recognize him. I was like, Lopez, who was? And then I saw him like, oh, that's our guy, former Knick, Robin Lopez.
Yep.
Yeah.
He got that little hook shot that goes in.
It's money too, bro.
Yeah,
it's wet.
I like it.
Yeah.
But it's all you need, if you got somebody like that at the 4.
Yeah.
But anyway, what could the Knicks do to do that? That would
I would say this right now. Right now, I would let the Knicks play, say, the next 10 to 15 games to see what they have. And not saying that we have somebody on our bench that's better than Jokic. I'm actually saying the opposite. I'm saying before you start trading away assets and things of that sort, just identify the true value in what you have instead of trading those guys away for what you think they are, and then they go somewhere else and become otherworldly.
Right.
You know what I mean? I would say just what I'm saying, maybe 20. Was it? We were at game 3, maybe 22. Let's get to 25 games and see if RJ Barrett can't shoot.
Would the Knicks? How does the chat feel? Like, would y'all ever want Russell Westbrook?
No.
No.
All right.
No.
Well, like when you think about it, if this season all of the roster stays as it is, and so is Fournier got another contract here next year? Is it a team contract? Team option?
Last year.
Yeah,
this is essentially his last year. Okay.
Yeah, he's got a team option next year that's partially guaranteed.
So let's say he doesn't stay next season, and then any other team option? So is Derrick Rose, I think. Yeah. So
right.
those two's not going to be staying next year. So
Right.
there's say two spots open up, and do you reckon the rookies will actually fill that void of those two guys, or do you reckon there will be some sort of trade? Well, I think it needs to be traded, even if there's a spot, regardless. Because otherwise, yeah.
Well, I would say to this. So James, just to this, in fairness to your question and narrative and observation, because I think there is a narrative in there too, to get younger, and I think there is an observation in there too. Like, you want to see what the kids do.
No, not even that. I just want to see like how it's gonna work out, because otherwise the picks we have next year is gonna go to waste, or like because we're just gonna have too many players in the squad. So
right. Well, how would you know who to draft next year if you hadn't seen the kids you have right now?
How would I know? We have picks, so we got a pick. So
you would just draft the best available player.
Oh yeah, like given that this roster stay as it is till next season. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like they're trading nobody. Like if I don't see that not happening, because that's got to be the case. Their pick's gonna go to waste, or not waste, but picks has to be executed next season. So otherwise, they're gonna have literally 18 players next season.
Well, remember the front office that you're dealing with, because this front office didn't draft a first round pick this year.
No, they didn't. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. They basically, the Knicks traded back, and they may trade back again. I think it would be a terrible mistake to do so. But at the same time, they've traded back every first round pick except Obi Toppin. They drafted Obi and they wanted to trade that pick, but they couldn't move it. But every other first round pick since they got here, they traded, moved back, right? And this year, they finally just like said, "Listen, we're not going to take a first round pick in the summer of 2022." Right? So I get what you're saying, but James, I feel like they have to see what they have because they need to consolidate.
Right. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, because you're talking about the roster spots right now. Remember, the roster spots, there are a couple roster spots filled by Svi Mikhailuk and Ryan Archiakino that not bringing them back means nothing.
Oh yeah, basically just minimum contracts. Yeah.
So I would, if we're thinking long term, then you'd have to consider: do you consolidate Cam, Obi, Quickly, Grimes, and those guys in order to bring in this hot shot rookie that you may be talking about next year?
Well, I mean, that's basically my point. Like, I think there will be it's inevitable that they will trade someone because of the picks, or either it has to be consolidated because we just got way too many picks in the future anyway, regardless
and players
if they're protected or not. Yeah.
I feel you on that. Say next year in terms of the future. I feel you.
I still feel what you were saying though, as well as like you kind of have to see what our youth is now, see what these guys are to find out what you need in the draft next year. And
right.
I get what you're saying by that. You can't just go in the draft picking the top available, because we did that with Obi Toppin and it's his third.
And it created a bottleneck, a log jam.
Exactly. Yeah. And I say that all the time. What top 10 pick inside the top 10, his third year is not starting on their team? Like,
right. That's not labeled a bust.
Exactly. And that's the Knicks in a nutshell. They don't know how to draft, and then if they do get if they're supposed to get the number one draft, they get the third. You know what I mean? So it is.
I'm just gonna declare this thing in front of all of y'all. I really love this kid, Amen Thompson, a 6'7" point guard. He reminds you of Penny Hardaway, who, by the way, trained him and his brother Asor Thompson over the summer. And there's something to be said about silky smooth 6'7" guards that can handle and play make. Now
I gotta fight you back on that. I like Anthony Black.
I understand, but I was talking about what I like. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he's a 6'7" guard too. That's the only reason why I was telling you about Anthony Black. He's a 6'7" guard. He can score just like the Thompsons.
Yeah, no, I get you. I was just talking about my taste, though. I wasn't talking about who the best player is. I'm just saying for what I like Amen Thompson, because
what's he in? What league are these guys in?
Those two guys play in the G League. With the GLI.
Oh, that was Overtime Elite. Okay, I'm just looking. I'll just look it up.
GLE. Okay. Overtime Elite. Yeah, something. Yeah.
Oh, he's only 19. Damn.
19, and they're old for their draft class too. By the way,
wow.
You know what I'm saying? But bro, you're talking about. So Amen Thompson looks like John Morant at 6'7", bro.
Get out of here.
Yes, he might be fat. I mean, he might have more foot speed than John Morant, but John Morant may jump higher. You know what I'm saying? But think about what I just said, bro. The kid at 6'7" may have more foot speed than John Morant, even though John Morant may have a higher vertical. You're talking about Amen Thompson might have like a 44-inch vertical, and Asor Thompson might have a 42-inch vertical.
He can pass too. I'm looking at the highlights. Dang.
He passed. He was going to his right and threw a left-hand pocket pass to the opposite corner, to the all the way across the court. I think it's like 45 feet. He threw it on a dime with his opposite hand. Like he was going this way, took this hand and threw a pass over like 45 feet into the corner for a 3, and the dude missed a 3.
my first eye test is a bigger Jalen Green. That's what I see. That's on that
Jalen Green.
Yeah.
Bigger.
Because that dude's.
I don't think Jalen Green doesn't have the playmaking this kid.
He can't pass. No, not he can't pass, but the slashing, like on the dribble. Yeah, he can't pass like that. Jalen Green can't pass like that. No.
Yeah, bro, this kid 6'7". And Sherwin, I agree. I like the Anthony Black kid, but again, like everybody's gonna have their different tastes, right? Ideally, I hope the Knicks win 50 games, and we're not even in a position to draft any of these kids by our record. And I would hope that we could package four first round picks to move up to get them, right?
That
would be my dream. My dream scenario: the Knicks make the second round of the playoffs. All 4 first round picks convey. 2 of them are gonna convey regardless, basically. The Wizards pick and the Pistons pick, hopefully they'll convey, and we can package all those picks to move up in the draft and get Amen Thompson. Now, you get Amen Thompson, what do you do with Emmanuel Quickly?
Yeah.
He's bye-bye.
Yeah. He'll be on somebody's bench.
That's exactly why I said get Anthony Black, because Anthony Black is a point guard that Quickly can play next to.
I feel you. I feel you, but Anthony Black has got to have the ball in his hands, though.
Quickly doesn't need to have the ball in his hands. Obviously, he doesn't make the right decision. So
he had 6 assists tonight.
Yeah, but he wasn't scoring. He was shooting terrible.
Yeah.
I'm not impressed with Quickly.
0% from the field.
I feel you.
He just ain't got that.
He just wasn't running to the basket because they're just too tall, and he didn't have a good night with the shootings today. So
and then with Anthony Black, you don't even have to worry about shooting because he shoots lights out.
Who's Anthony Black?
So, he's a point guard going to Arkansas, University of Arkansas.
I guess these are the mock drafts.
Yeah.
Future.
Yeah. I would say, bro, I understand that the Anthony Black talk. I think that's going to be a fascinating conversation over the next 9 months or so. Right? But man, bro.
The Thompson twins are talented. I will not cap. Like, I seen the tape. I was like, ooh, if this dude get a jumper, he's going to be devastating.
Where's all the room for these kids, man? Like, where's the NBA going to get them onto these rosters? Like, you got so many guys staying in the league for 15 years.
I understand. Some of these guys have got to go. The French guys are gone.
Well, I just think the league's going to expand. Why you tripping? Because Seattle's dying to have a team back.
Man, Seattle don't deserve no team.
Core might be right because there's a lot of ex-NBA players that's thinking about buying their own team and just signing people to a roster.
Seattle. Yeah, bro. I don't even want to hear Seattle name, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because there are other cities with infrastructure in place that if you put a team right now, you won't have to worry about the arenas being empty. You know what I'm saying? There are plenty of.
They can move Brooklyn because Brooklyn can't sell any tickets. I saw that article today.
Yeah, they can't sell. Yeah,
it's like the lowest in the league, right? Like they can't get anybody to come, and they got
like promo cards for advertising and like on a Twitter and everything, and they still don't sell out. You know?
I'm about to go to Brooklyn and watch a game.
Wave space. Go hit me up on Twitter. Greeny from LI. Yo, hit me up on Twitter, bro. I need to hit you up for something, bro. For real.
Yeah, man. I would say, I would say this. There are teams in Middle America that are starving for teams, right?
Give me a city, Frizzy, because I was about to ask you that question. I mean, other than what you gonna bring one back to Kansas City?
Kansas City is probably the best destination, bro.
Oh,
right now. Yeah, Kansas City needs a team. Vegas.
You could put one in. You could put one in Baltimore. It'd be packed.
Yeah.
You can put one in Baltimore.
You said Baltimore. They got.
I think Virginia need a team, low key.
DC. DC is Virginia.
Hawaii should have a team.
Yeah. DC is not. Baltimore.
Yeah.
Baltimore and DC, two separate worlds. It's not even.
Yeah.
We only share the hockey team, but
yeah,
the hockey team is sold out. If you put a team in Baltimore, you could start the season tomorrow. Royal Farms Arena that holds 15,000. You'd be good to go.
Yep.
And I guarantee you sell more tickets.
And you know Baltimore is a sports city.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just people in Baltimore ain't got much, and they love their sports teams. It's kind of like the old school, you know.
And who's to say that Chicago couldn't support a second team?
They could, but you can't replace the Bulls, and that's kind of like one of the things. Like the Chicago Blackhawks and the Chicago Bulls, it ain't like baseball, you know. Like that'd be a very competitive to go up against the Bulls.
Yes, but the thing is, the
Milwaukee could. I mean, no, I'm sorry. Milwaukee got a team. Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee Bucks. What am I thinking?
Yeah,
I'm smoking too much.
Yeah. Nah.
I was just thinking of the city across the street.
Yeah, I would say like the team that stands out the most for one is Kansas City, Missouri. Yeah, they have all the infrastructure, and they have a recent legacy of winning championships in sports. The Kansas City Royals went to the World Series back to back. They lost to the Giants one year. They beat the Mets the next year.
And Chiefs.
Yep, and the Chiefs. So you know if you bring a good product, they'll support. Right? And teams are looking to move to Vegas right now. A hockey team is there now. NFL team is there now.
And the WNBA.
Yeah, the WNBA. Yeah. So when you're looking at like, you know, expansion and things of that sort, you know what I'm saying? You have to look at places like Las Vegas. And you have to look at places like Kansas City. Right? Somebody told me that or asked why St. Louis doesn't have a team.
That's a good question. That is a good question.
Yeah.
My thing with St. Louis is if you can't keep a football team, right, and you already had a basketball team and you lost it, like and this is like 60 years ago when they lost the Hawks. You know, what's to say? Like, what makes you better than Seattle? You know what I'm saying? So teams like St. Louis or cities like St. Louis, I'm thinking St. Louis, Seattle, San Diego, a San Diego basketball team. All these teams are all in the same. A Rochester team, NBA team. All these teams, in my opinion, are all in the same boat. If it's San Diego, St. Louis, Rochester, Seattle, I say give the team back to Seattle. Right?
Yeah.
Just educate me for the reason that Australian, but like does people like lots of people live in Las Vegas, or is it gonna be a just big city and big market regardless anyway, even though people don't live there?
So it's complicated. So you have a center of town, like you have a epicenter, which is in the epicenter is touristy. Right.
It's more of a Nevada kind of thing rather than just Las Vegas.
Right. But outside of the pomp and circumstance of Las Vegas is a thriving community outside of Las Vegas.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's kind of like New York City, where the epicenter is probably Manhattan.
Yeah.
Right. But there are places like the other four boroughs. Northern New Jersey, Southern Connecticut, all of that make up
New Yorkish, even though
okay.
Yeah, so Vegas wouldn't have a hard time putting people in the stands.
No, and then plus two, you're not looking to, if you have a team in Las Vegas, you're not looking for the home crowd, so to speak. Vegas attracts money, period.
Right.
Vegas attracts money, so you don't have to worry about, say, Vegas being low on cash. Say, so like New Orleans.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. I don't at all. So, do you reckon it would be like instant big market if like Las Vegas?
Yeah.
Vegas would be on the same level as the Lakers.
Yeah.
Meaning, like, you would have movie stars and actors and
celebrity heroes.
So you'd have it would be
right,
it's basically it'd be New Hollywood basically because everyone's moving there anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. And the NBA's already putting that footprint in there with the summer league, right? So they know what's up. They know it's coming.
Yeah.
So the Raiders are doing great.
Yeah. The Raiders, and the Raiders asked, because the Raiders had two options on the table: San Antonio or Las Vegas. They went to San Antonio, Texas, and loved it. And then they were like, well, before we conclude, we'll talk to Vegas. And Vegas flushed them with cash. Like they were like, listen, we'll build y'all a brand new stadium, all new facilities, all new everything. If y'all want to come in. The Raiders was like, well, shit, San Antonio wasn't going to give us nothing. We was going to play, you know what I'm saying? We was going to play on the college field for like 5 years until we came up with the money. So why not just play for Vegas? Why not just go to Vegas?
And that's what the owners really be looking for the things to end up generating their revenue back into them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, that was major.
They could bring back the Las Vegas Supersonics with the old school jerseys and nobody would care.
Yeah.
You could drop Seattle off of it right now.
Yeah.
And nobody would care that you just bring back those old Sean Kemp jerseys, right? The Supersonic jerseys what Durant started the NBA career in. Yeah. I don't care if Las Vegas is in front of it. That's all people want to see.
Yeah.
People just want to see them old school Supersonics jerseys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that was a cool team. That was I don't know. I liked that team growing up.
Yeah. And Seattle always had like an element of excitement around them too.
Yeah.
Like they had, like, people don't remember, but I remember Bill Russell, the ex-Boston Celtics center, used to be the coach of the Seattle Supersonics.
Exactly. Yes, he was.
And he had a point guard named Lenny Wilkins, who wound up being an all-time great NBA player and an all-time great head coach. And when Bill Russell was coaching on the bench, he had an assistant named Willis Reed. Y'all remember Willis Reed from the Knicks?
Of course.
Yeah. So Seattle always had like this tinge of excitement. Like Seattle was always like risque. You know what I'm saying? Like they come into the league with the ugliest color pattern, like green and yellow. You're like, ew, what?
Yep.
They come in the league with the funniest name, Supersonics.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so it's like,
it's nostalgic, man. It's part of it's a part of NBA history. That team is definitely part of NBA history,
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
It's not like the Vancouver Grizzlies. Like nobody really remembers that.
Yeah, they came into the league with boring uniforms, boring style of play, and a gym too big.
But you laughing and joking, you'd be surprised. The league might be trying to expand back out into Canada again.
Man,
I was going to mention to Vancouver. Yeah,
I think a lot of that COVID stuff really displayed the international policies on stuff. Like they had to play all those games in Tampa last year,
right?
And international travel and all that. There was a lot. Yeah. I don't know. Like,
it's a headache, but yeah.
Just bring the team back. Honestly, they could move that team to Tampa and it'd be fine. Tampa's a good city for that.
I would say this.
I don't know
if oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro.
But no, I'll say I don't know if Florida could sustain another team because other than Miami, Orlando ain't really trying to. That's a competition for Orlando right there. So. Yeah. I don't know about Tampa.
But that's the thing about Florida, though. All those Gulf Coast cities down to Naples and things like that. Well, whatever's left of them. I don't know what the heck was going on down there, but
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, basketball, what are you getting? 15,000 a night, right?
Maybe, yeah.
If
you're the Knicks, you're selling out every night, regardless of win-loss record. Right. You're selling out if you're Boston, you're selling out every night. Right.
So how many people get in the Garden a night? What's the capacity?
Oh, I think it's like 18,352.
18,000.
20,789.
Okay. Yep. And on top of that number, right? And you got 2,000 people mad they couldn't get tickets.
Right. I mean, that's why New York Knicks are the best team in basketball, because they have the biggest draw. You know, anytime you can pull that. Now, like other NBA team, how many people go to a Magic game a night? 7,000.
19,763 is the Magic
for the Garden, right? Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
19,763. That's full attendance. Today was 95.
Yeah.
It was only 18,800 there today.
Okay. I would say this though, just real quick to your point. I think the biggest draw, if you're talking about crossing the border, I think the biggest draw would be Mexico City. Yeah. Because if you put an NBA team in Mexico City where they have the entire country behind one NBA team, right? No more Lakers, no more. You just put a team in Mexico City and say they're the Mexico City whatever's, and you just put an entire.
What about an expansion league to Puerto Rico and the Caribbean islands?
I don't know. I know for a fact baseball tried it with the Expos and it didn't go well. Like the passion didn't equate to dollars. Like just because you're passionate don't mean you have money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's expensive entertainment, man. Going to a game's expensive entertainment. That's not.
Yeah. Yeah. And so the NFL kicked that idea around. Remember the Mexico series where like 4 teams a year would go play in Mexico Stadium, and they drew a lot of people, but the field conditions wasn't right. See, in basketball, you don't have to worry about that, right? In basketball, you don't have to worry about field conditions. You inside a gym or a stadium where the conditions are absolutely perfect all the time, all year round, right? So you take into account, like, say you move the Pelicans to Mexico City, right? Now all of a sudden you're talking about a city of 10 million people, a city that's bigger than New York City, all behind one team, with the passion of the New York Knicks, right?
Yeah.
Now you're talking, bro.
Yeah.
The only thing is logistics.
Yep.
Because Mexico City, that's a long flight, brother. That's so, but and it's not long flights. The flights don't affect the visiting team because the visiting team only do it like maybe twice a year. But if you play for Mexico City, you're away from your family, you're in another country, you probably got to move your family to Mexico. And I'm saying it's all the weird stuff.
Can't
that
drink
go along
the water.
With it. all these weird things. Yeah.
You can't drink the water down there.
Yeah. It's that type of stuff.
There's a lot of that human element to it that has to still draw athletes. But it would be cool to see the NBA put leagues in different countries.
You mean leagues or teams?
Just like maybe like pocket leagues, like like a baseball grapefruit league, like how they run leagues in different parts of they're not even minor leagues, right? Yeah. Some association with the logo.
Yeah.
Because that's what people want, man. I mean, people it creates jobs, it does a lot of stuff for communities. You know? But what other city do you think could grab a team?
What about Cincinnati?
Cincinnati, I didn't think of that one. Ohio.
Yeah. They had a team. They had a team too, and they failed. They're front runners. If they're not winning championships, they're not going to the games. Yeah. Look at the Bengals and the Reds. Does that fan base give you the vibes that if you put a football team there, they're gonna?
Yeah, basketball. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. They'll never put an NBA team in Baltimore, but it'd be the perfect city.
Yeah, I think Baltimore got a bad rap though because of at the time, like in the late 70s, early 80s. I think Baltimore got a bad.
Yeah, they already got the arena, and that's the thing is like the arena is right near the train. It's like literally the train station's across the street, so you already have all the public transportation that you need. Right. And you have a major airport that literally runs a train from the airport to the stadium.
Yeah.
Like you literally can just take the train right to the state. Like there's a lot of good infrastructure. And then you're right next to all the big cities on the East Coast. So it's not a pain in the butt to do away games.
Is that next to that complex where the Ravens and the Orioles play, or is it across town?
It's Royal Farms Arena. It's in the middle of the city.
I hate Baltimore City traffic, bro. Yeah. You ever drove in Baltimore City traffic?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Don't have a nice car is my rule in Baltimore. If you got a nice car, leave it at home.
Yes, I know it.
Between the cabbies and crazy people in general, and no one having car insurance.
yeah. I don't even drive in. Yeah, I don't even drive in it, bro. I drove through the city to go to a funeral, bro. And so.
And the kids be out there messing with the street signs, flipping the street signs around. You don't even know if it's the right street.
Yeah,
they throw the cops off. Yeah, and they really be doing that. It's crazy.
I drove so last year, my auntie died. She was like 85. She passed away, and I drove a silver Mercedes SUV through the city, and bro. Listen, when I say every stoplight, bro, every stoplight, somebody's trying to wash my windows.
Oh,
tips.
Tips. Already know they're out there hustling.
Yeah, tips, bro.
I already know what you're talking about. My cousin lives in Baltimore. He talks about it all the time. So
somebody got shot up here telling the dude no.
Yeah, yes.
Window cleaner came out, just shot him, bro.
Yeah,
they will literally if that you got to be careful how you talk. You got to be careful how you talk to people.
They crazy in Baltimore. Yeah, they crazy, bro.
You can't. You think? I don't know. I know every city's not that way, but yeah, dude literally got shot at a red light telling the guy no.
Yeah, and so Lee, you know, I'm from Jersey City, so I got PTSD off rip. You know what I'm saying? Dude come banging up on my door. I'm like,
you reaching already. I already know what you reaching. Like, what the hell is this?
I got PTSD already. So, you know what I'm saying? People be seeing me smiling. They be like, yeah, Uncle Freezy, you know what I'm saying?
That's a front. That's front for some real shit.
I'm both of those people at the same time, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyways, yeah, I mean, I would say this back to the original question, man. What do the Knicks do? Because if we make it to next season, you got to look at contract extensions for. First of all, you got to sign Cam Reddish in unrestricted free agency, right? Then you got to sign Obi and quickly to contract extensions, right? Then you got to sign Farron Hunt, right? Then you got to look at what you're going to do with Jericho Sims, right? Are you going to extend Jericho Sims? So you got to make all these decisions. Plus, you have all these draft picks in the draft. So how do you know what decision to make if you're not for certain what these players are going to be long term?
We got to ride out the rest of the season for you to see this, to answer our questions.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to ride out the rest of the year to answer these questions, but unfortunately, this is a premature question. It's a great question, but it's a premature question for something that we can't foresee yet.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Barring injuries, which might change things, barring whatever might happen during the season. Because even though we look like we're coming together with some decent chemistry. Right. You know what I'm saying? You never know what might happen. But to be honest with you, for the moment, it's a great problem to have.
It's a great problem to have. It's a great problem to have. And then at the same time, what happens if the owner gets frustrated with the progress that this front office is making? You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the season, if the coach and the team president is still here, who's to guarantee them? Who's to guarantee them that, you know, that Dolan is going to bring them back going into year 4?
Stop playing me, little girl.
Yeah, the Knicks are at a really weird place, man.
Yeah,
it could be it could literally be a 2-step forward, 1 step backwards thing.
Oh no, he didn't. Oh god. Sally, did you just complicate the conversation?
Yeah, because now if you shift the coaches, man, and you start messing with the guys in the suits.
Yeah.
Like that's not good. That's a total that can end in disaster.
Now you're talking about different tastes. Like the previous regime, like this type of thing, but the new regime, for instance, the question was asked, do you bring in Russell Westbrook, right? Like, do you trade for Russell Westbrook? The reason why that question is easy to answer for Knicks fans has nothing to do with Russell Westbrook's basketball playing ability and how much he has left in the tank. It has everything to do with the Knicks regime only drafting and signing choir boys.
Mm-hmm.
So, Sally, when you look at the roster, when you see Emmanuel Quickly, you see, bro, his name is biblical. Think about how many biblical names they have on the roster.
So basically,
Obi is a biblical name as well.
Obadiah, yes.
Yeah.
Jericho.
Yeah.
Emmanuel.
So you've been thinking about this, Freezy.
Yeah, think about this. Think about this thing, man.
Isaiah Hardenstein.
Isaiah. Oh, another one. Isaiah.
Oh, yeah. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Funny.
And so, but Lee, this is what I'm saying.
That's funny.
How many? Think about this. How many? DeMarcuses do we have on the roster?
Oh, wow.
Not one.
No, we don't.
Right.
Not a one.
No, we have Camerons.
You're the Indiana Hoosiers.
Yes. Think about we have Camerons.
Oh,
we
God.
have Julius's. We have Jalen's, bro.
You got nobody from Rutgers Park.
Yeah. And so I'm not. We have Mitchell's. You know what I'm saying?
Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah. And this is no knock.
There ain't no hood up in that locker room.
This is no knock on our guys, right? But all I'm saying is to the question that was asked, would the Knicks trade for Russell Westbrook? No.
Right.
Because he doesn't fit our player personality profile.
Right.
He's an alpha dog, loose cannon, coil spring that could pop off at any minute.
Yeah.
Right?
He's not a company man.
Right. And our starting point guard's name is Julius.
Right.
No knock on Julius, bro. But this front office brought in a specific player type for a reason.
To water down a Julius.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's they brought in they want choir boys. They want super high character that'll never be questioned.
Right.
And nothing wrong with that though. I appreciate that.
And I'm not knocking the decision. All I'm saying is that decision was made.
You're never going to get Kyrie Irving and his baggage. You're never going to get anybody that has any type of they're not. I mean, it's just the way it is. It's like, you guys, New York Knicks have a process, and whoever works well in that process gets the job. Like, I could appreciate that, but that's funny as hell that you're.
I mean, you had time on your hand to think about that, bro.
Come on,
yeah,
Lee. But does it not sound true? Does it not sound true?
I mean, you're right. You are accurate in what you said, but it was just funny how you just put it all together.
But Lee, listen, I'm Uncle Freezy, the #1 Chief Rocket Knicks universe.
Of course, you know that. You know that. That's why I rock.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? This is what I do, bro. So, but my point, the point that I was getting at is like the Russell Westbrook thing. You not getting ready to, you know what I'm saying? Right. You ain't getting. You know, that's why the targets, the Knicks are Donovan Mitchell is a salt of the earth. Bro, they were willing to trade their Obadiahs for a dude named Donovan. Right. Think about what I'm saying.
Nice name. Donovan Mitchell.
Right.
No Torian Prince coming up.
Yes, ain't no, none of that. No.
Is your name Torian Prince? Yeah, you're not gonna get the job here. You're not.
Nah,
we're sending your ass somewhere out west in the middle of the country. and bro, we have our draft pick this year. His name is Trevor. Yeah,
Trevor Kills. Yeah.
Trevor's got a job.
And we drafted a dude named Usman Jang, and before he could get a jersey, he was out of here.
Right. Too complicated.
I mean, he couldn't even get my T-shirt. That's messed up.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Dre, what's good, bro?
Hey, peace to the panel. Peace to everyone. How y'all doing this night?
Man.
Good, man. Bro, your microphone is awesome, bro. Your microphone is awesome, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wearing these Astro headsets. I used to play a ton. I used to game a lot, so these headsets are very stream worthy. At least they're stream ready.
Yeah, man.
Man. So I guess did you hear any of this, Dre? Freezy's revelation of how the Knicks recruit people with proper names.
No, his personality is Choir Boys, bro.
We're not gonna get nobody named Draymond on this team anytime soon.
No
Draymonds.
Isn't actually Emmanuel Quickly's father's like a pastor or something?
Yeah.
He's a rapper.
He's super religious.
Yeah. And so is Cam Reddish.
I mean, I heard Donovan is like religious person too, and his interview kind of reveals that a lot. Like he mentions God and like those kind of stuff a lot.
But it kind of has something to say about that because Freezy, the wrong type of person can get eaten alive by New York,
right,
or be easily influenced.
Even eaten alive, not as a victim. But overdo all the trappings like the nightlife and all of that stuff.
Like remember what's his name? Derek Williams? He went out to a nightclub and brought 2 chicks back home and they robbed him. Yeah. Like they robbed him of all his jewelry and watches.
Did he play
and stuff.
for Minnesota?
Yeah, he was drafted by Minnesota. I think.
Oh, but when was it when that happened?
Oh,
I want to say it happened out here too. In like 2014.
8 years ago?
Yeah, 2014, 2000. Yeah, we had a Clee Anthony on this team that didn't quite work out, you know. So.
Yeah.
And he was from here. And he's from here. So picture that. You should know how it works out here, but you know.
Yeah. I mean, Clee Anthony
walk away from your drink.
Yeah, he went out to the club at 2 a.m. He left his crib to go to a club at 2 o'clock. That'll tell you like what kind of type of
a strip club at that.
Yeah.
What kind of but then that goes to show you there's nobody in their ear like keeping them grounded and giving them common sense.
Yeah.
The one thing I can say about this team though is that if they ain't at home, they in the gym.
Yeah. And if they're not in the gym, they're hanging out with each other, which is kind of what you want in a Boy Scout, good image, great squeaky clean type background and personality,
especially for the city of New York.
Yeah, but it doesn't always lead to winning.
Well, what do you think a guy like Anthony
Lawrence Taylor on his team?
or Anthony Mason?
You know.
Yeah.
What do you think a guy like Anthony Edwards would do in New York City?
Lose his mind.
He's a Southerner, man. That dude's chill. He ain't
doing man. He's from Atlanta, bro.
Atlanta ain't exactly. Yeah, like
you don't understand Atlanta.
Anthony Edwards, he's from the South, man. He's cool.
That don't mean
he's from inner city Atlanta though.
Hold on a second, yo. There's the South, and then there's Atlanta.
Everybody I met, like, there's a difference between Northern people and Southern people in general. Like, like I don't care if you're from Atlanta or not. Like, there's a difference between New York and Atlanta.
Sully, my friend, I will more than welcome to invite you to Atlanta, and I will show you how they get down there.
Hey, listen, man. By no means am I questioning Atlanta's capability of just doing bad things, but what I'm saying is, if you're from the Bronx or if you're from College Park, Atlanta, that's a different. I mean, you can even do East Baltimore here, West Baltimore. That's not the same world, man. Like, they're not the same upbringing.
I think everybody from West Baltimore, Maryland, is crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Bro.
Like, you could show me the roughest hood in Atlanta, and I probably would go, "That's it." And I'm not disrespecting Atlanta.
I'm gonna say that.
Bro.
I'm just saying, bro. Like, you need to go on your computer and type in West Baltimore YouTube, bro. It is literally Afghanistan.
Yes.
Like, it's literally like Afghanistan, bro.
Yeah, right. It's like the South Side of Chicago. Just because it's basically, there. No matter where you're from, there are crazy people everywhere,
right?
Bro.
Yeah,
I agree. But that's like saying Compton isn't crazy because there's palm trees.
I could ride through Compton and be like, "That's it, bro. You have not go, man." I would tell anybody on this chat, go through West Baltimore. Anytime.
No. West Baltimore is absolutely horrendous. I'm not disregarding that. I'm just saying
I wish I didn't know that, and I wish it was
discredit the credibility of other cities just because West Baltimore is.
I don't discredit anything, man. I'm just saying that where I live at is not far from West Baltimore. And I've been to Atlanta, and I've been to New York, and I've been to these places. Baltimore is just a different beast because it's small. It's small, and you can't get out of the trap once you're in that trap. When I went to Atlanta, it was a ghetto of little single-family houses.
Right. I heard the dude, one of my roommates, when I was in the military, this is like, I don't know, back in the 80s or something, but when I was in the military, a dude was like, yo, he was from LA, right? This dude said, and no lie, he was like, I was like, I had heard this rap group from Compton. I was like, yo, who the roughest hood, Compton or LA? He was like, Uncle Freezy, look, don't let this music fool you. Those dudes out there, that is hood. I was like, yo, I just want to go there one day to visit. He was like, no, you don't, man. Stop saying that. And I was like, nah, I just want to go check it out, bro. They be talking about that stuff on tape and records, man. I just want to. He was like, no, you don't, bro. You don't. So basically what I learned is that every city is going to have its good parts and bad parts, and just like Philadelphia, you don't want to go to Philly,
Kensington, Pennsylvania, bro. I was up in Philly like 2 weeks ago, and I was riding through Kensington, and I was
I know about Kensington,
and that is insanity, bro.
Right.
Like, it's The Walking Dead, and I'm sitting here looking at these people like, how are you all? Y'all really don't got nothing because you're not getting robbed right now. Like, but this is not a show for that. So,
is that the Philly's zombie town? The people with drug addicts?
It's right. It's right down the street from the casino. And
a lot of those places, it literally feels like a time capsule of the 1970s. If you walked in there, as far as the infrastructure and the buildings, it's just stuck in time.
Yeah, Lee, you know what it reminds me of, bro? It reminds me of East New York.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, for those of us that know East New York, we like, yo, East New York ain't nothing to play with. Don't talk no noise, people, you know what I'm saying? About don't be disrespectful, you know what I'm saying, about East, because East New York.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, yep, right there.
Yeah. But anyway, let's get back to the Knicks, man. Instead of talking about these inputs and all.
Yeah. Hey, no disrespect to the ATL, man. I love Atlanta, by the way.
Yeah.
So.
Nah.
Too late.
I mean, hey, I live here now, so you couldn't hurt my feelings. Where I come from, I already know it's crazy.
You know what's up there, man. I tell you, but I love Atlanta. So anyone in the chat that is, I love Atlanta. I've spent time in Atlanta. Great.
Yeah, shout out to Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yep, Charlotte too.
Yeah, man. All these different, DC. I love DC, man. I love Baltimore. Yeah, I just don't like certain hoods in Baltimore, bro. I ain't gonna lie. But anyway, So the thing about these Knicks though is, and one of the things that we should consider is that the Knicks may have their point guard problem fixed in the short and the intermediate term, right? And Julius Randle is here to stay also. RJ is here to stay. But what happens to this team when everybody's not clicking on all cylinders every night, like tonight? Tonight we played a bad team, right? And we were not clicking on like RJ wasn't clicking when Cam was clicking, when IQ wasn't clicking, and Obi was. So what happens? Like what do we do in this case where we can't get everybody on the same page at the same time?
I don't. Well, the good part about the depth of this team is like a lot of the pieces are interchangeable. So if you're not getting production, you can just swap a guy out real quick. But when it's all
RJ and Cam Reddish, RJ and Cam earlier,
yeah. But like when it gets down to it, if the whole team is not performing to a certain standard, we don't have the star power where a guy can just be like, "Yo, get on my back." Julius can do it in spurts. I just don't know if Julius can do it consistently for an entire game when the whole team is off. Like for instance, the team like Atlanta could be playing terrible, but Trae Young could like galvanize and put the whole team on his back for better or worse. I don't think he's the most amazing player in the world, but he has that type of talent where he can just put a team on his back for whole quarters at a time, And I don't know if we have that consistency as far as star power, but I think as far as solid talent, we may not have the most high-end talent, but we have waves and waves of solid players. So we're never just going to have like a complete drastic fall off in consistency. I don't believe. We may not always have the best player on the court, but we'll give consistent effort. That's the work. That's the bare minimum you're going to get out of a Tibbs team. I would like to think. Or you guys take?
Well, the thing is, I think Tibbs has very happy concerns about, oh my God, who should I play? Because Reddish is kind of really good and playing by the flow, and everybody just waiting for Grimes to get back to it. And if Grimes gets back, who's gonna play less here now, Rose or Quickly? It's gonna be someone at least. And
I feel like
a very happy sort of.
Yeah. Right. Go ahead. I'll let you finish.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. If he comes back, Tibbs will be in happy dilemma to work this out. Because if Grimes plays well as well, and like he's like, oh my God, who should I play? And in terms of front office, they will be having a happy. I don't know if it's happy, but like they'll have to sort it out to who they should trade them with and make it a better value and to add
consolidation.
Consolidation and to add the value to the roster. Either way, there's no bad outcome to having a good depth and all of them playing well altogether, and that will come out even a better result eventually.
I feel like they're not really rushing Grimes back just to get more of a look on Cam.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, I feel like if it was some sort of scenario where we need to win right now, like if it was a playoff scenario, Grimes would probably be a lot closer to returning. But it's like there's no rush to bring him back with the current composition of the roster. When we have a backup wing, a guy that can play 2, 3, or 4, it kind of, and then Fournier is still going to get minutes just because he's a veteran. We're not going to like we're not in a rush to get Grimes back as much as we'd like to see him. I feel like the front office and the coach are kind of like figuring out, we probably should just take it day by day with Grimes until he's absolutely 100%. Because I feel like when they describe his injury, it sounds like plantar fasciitis from the description of his injury. They said the midfoot in the middle of his foot, probably underneath his heel. It sounds like plantar fasciitis. And there's no real reason to rush him back. He may be back a month from now, 6 weeks from now.
That could take a year, bro.
Yeah.
But why wouldn't they just say that's what he's got, and then we could just rock from there as fans?
SGA had that. He was out for an entire year.
Yeah.
But was he on OKC though? It depends. If he was on OKC, they move funny. They move absolutely funny with their players. They be withholding them for ulterior moves.
I've had that. That could take 2 weeks. It could take 6 months.
Yeah. They like dudes who want to play with it. They got to get injections. I believe it is.
Is it that, or is it Liz Frank? Like the Liz Frank break?
I don't believe it's a bone issue.
A bone is broken.
I don't think
that's what Mitch had.
Issue.
Mitch and Joel Embiid had that.
That's like clear. There's a clear definition of how much time you're going to be out. But with Grimes, it's a question mark. It's almost like a hamstring injury where it could be a week.
That's what Marquise Brown has for the Cardinals is the Liz Frank break.
Yeah,
you'd almost want to have it. You'd almost want to have that instead of the fasciitis.
Fasciitis it can hang around because I remember what's his name, Joakim Noah had plantar fasciitis for damn near 2 years straight, and he had to get injections. He had to get injections just to play.
Have you ever had? Has anyone else ever had that?
I haven't had plantar fasciitis.
Bro, I'll tell you right now, when you take your first step in the morning, it feels like it feels like your foot's just like being tortured. It's because all the bands inside your muscles are real tight.
Yeah, okay.
It's like a Charlie horse. It's like a Charlie horse that's activated every time you take a step.
Oh, that sounds so great, bro.
Oh, it's
not right.
If you ever have it, it's probably one of the worst things you've ever had in your life.
How long did it take you to get over it?
It took about 6 months.
Ooh, that's rough.
Yep.
And you have to do everything with your feet. You can't do anything. Like his whole job is reliant on him using his feet.
You got to stretch all the time, and you have to get special shoe inserts, or you can do the shots. But the shots don't. You got to
doesn't heal. It just numbs the pain.
You literally have to go inside of your foot and pretty much take those muscles and cut them and release them. That's what it is. It's it's just like a heart attack. A heart attack is a Charlie horse of the heart. That's all a heart attack is.
Okay.
It's just like a muscle cramp, and then your heart just links up, and then the pressure makes it pop. But a lot of it's a magnesium deficiency with the muscles. That's a big part of why people get these problems. That's what the doctor told me, at least.
Oh, okay.
He said start taking magnesium supplements. If you're getting muscle cramps, but this is bad. That's not
because people who I've told to it feels like they're getting stabbed in the bottom of their foot.
Yeah,
every time they take a step.
Especially the first thing in the morning, like the first step is
because you're already sitting there with the blood flow going from laying flat, and then when you take your first step, it's just sounds awful. So
it's
I mean,
I feel like had.
That's why they're like it's pretty up in the air because there's no definite time where you will be back as far as that is, especially tendon issues. Anything with tendons, there's no like strict date to coming back. So depending on
anyone ever had broken ribs in the chat? Anyone ever had broken ribs?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I've had dislocated ribs as well.
That hurts too. I've had broken ribs. Yeah. You can't. Every time you just move, it just
yeah.
If you breathe,
it's worse than that.
I had broken ribs during allergy season. Now imagine the pain.
Oh, that's like that's like your ex-girlfriend. Wish that on you, bro.
She probably did.
Yeah, your ex wish shit on you, bro. I mean,
oh man,
yeah,
that
man.
was
Jeez.
legitimately the worst spring, semi-summer of my entire life.
Oh my goodness, bro, that's crazy.
Jesus Christ. I don't feel so bad now going through what I'm going through. Shit.
What you got going on?
Oh, I ruptured my Achilles, so.
Ooh.
Oh dang.
How long have you been in your recovery?
Yeah.
What a week?
Like this. I'm debating. They took me out to a splint and they put me in a boot, and so I'm still kind of debating on whether I'm gonna have surgery or not. Because to be honest with you, I'm feeling a lot better, and I feel like it's getting a little stronger. But it's like I don't have that push that I feel make me feel confident. You know,
I feel like you should, depending on your age, man. Because the older you get, the easier you're gonna deteriorate. You don't want to take a chance where it gets worse as you get older, you know. So I would recommend you get the surgery and just get it about the way.
How'd you tear it?
being a dumbass. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
being too old, knowing you don't need to be doing certain things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Your mind tells you one thing, but your body just automatically tells you hell no.
My buddy did that over the weekend, and I got a phone call saying he's in the ER because he broke his ankle. 40 years old wrestling. Everybody out there in the yard wrestling, 40 years old. I said, man, come on, man.
I mean, I just hit 30, right? And I just got hit with the first reality check that I can't move like I was 18 anymore.
Right.
And I'm not that far gone, but it's like you feel it. Like I tried to take off and catch a train real quick, and my body was like, you're supposed to stretch before you do all of this at this age. You're not supposed to be just doing quick twitch things. You are not an athlete, bro.
Yeah.
And that had me tightened up on me real quick. It tightened up on me real quick.
Yeah. Yeah. So y'all think that's the reason why Derrick Rose is not getting minutes?
I think Derrick Rose is not getting minutes because Tibbs needs him for the meat of the season, for when saying stuff gets really, really hard, and he knows he needs somebody to settle us down as far as the second team.
Like I feel like, who are the teams we played so far? Like, let me go down.
Memphis, Detroit, Orlando.
I'm about to look at. I feel like depending on the matchup, depending on the difficulty of the team, like depending if they're a playoff team or not, Derrick Rose's minutes will increase. Like I feel like Tim sees that we may be able to handle a team like this without overexerting Derrick Rose. So we're just gonna put him on ice.
How many teams have 34-year-old guards? And who are they?
Miami Heat has Kyle Lowry.
They're a playoff team, right?
Chris Paul.
Yeah.
They're a playoff team. Golden State. They're a playoff team.
LA.
Yeah, there you go.
Which one?
Westbrook.
Both of them.
Yeah, they're not a playoff team.
Both of them got
Reggie Jackson is like 33 or 34. He's not old. He's not young.
How old is John Wall?
He's got to be at least 32.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm about to tell you, Reggie Jackson is 32.
Damian Lillard?
Yeah, he's old.
Damian Lillard, he's like 33.
They're probably a playoff team. Okay.
Or a playing team. He's 32.
Spence is like 28.
I think he just hit 30. He's 29. Yeah, Spencer Dinwiddie is 29. April 6, 1993.
I thought he was kind of like that because he came in.
Yeah, he's been around for a minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got Bradley Beal. He's old. I mean, he's older.
Would y'all consider bringing in? Yeah. Okay. Would y'all consider bringing in Rajon Rondo?
Yeah.
For what?
Depth.
I would.
But I mean, if we're kind of struggling, we're not struggling to get Derrick Rose minutes, but we're not necessarily using him as much as we need to. I don't know where Rondo would fit in.
Exactly, but also too, I mean, Rondo is a solid ball handler. He's
Not that
great
he's a bad player
defender.
at all. Yeah,
But I mean, but he's not a bucket.
Yeah, he's not. He's definitely not a bucket unless you're in the finals.
he's a supplementary guy that can help give tutelage to a younger guard, like he did with Garland, for example.
Yeah, like he could do with Miles McBride.
Yeah, you're right.
He'd even teach Jalen Brunson something, man.
If that's the case, then we just need to open up a room on the coaching staff.
well, what does Archie bring to the team?
Archie Diacono, he's just a guy. He's a practice squad guy, essentially.
Yeah.
Rondo
He's
could be the
practice
same
squad, and he's CAA, so it's a favor for a favor. We're gonna give you this vet man,
and Brunson's
you're gonna have a job.
Yeah, that's right. They're both at Villanova. Yeah, that's right. That's right. And so Rondo was Kentucky, and our Kentucky connection is gone. You know.
Yeah, that is that. We don't have. Well, the only Kentucky guy we got left is Julius.
No,
and quickly.
Quickly, because I'm thinking about Nerlens Noel and the coach that left, and Knox, of course.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna see too much of Calipari at our games anymore.
I think we have more Duke players than we have Kentucky players, right?
We have
if we count Trevor Keels
and
we count Trevor Keels.
The three we got 3 Dukes,
Yeah. Okay.
I don't see Trevor Keels being in the organization too long though.
You don't think so?
Nah, I don't think so either.
Teams get rid of second rounders all the time, man.
Yeah.
What's his name? What was that little guard that Atlanta drafted behind Trae Young and they cut him literally this summer? Sharif Cooper. There we go.
Yeah.
He's not on that team anymore. I think he's on Cleveland. Like a vet man or something. Okay. Cleveland. I think.
And everybody thought he was gonna be the lottery last year, and then he just fell all the way down to second round. Yeah.
He fell because he couldn't shoot, or he couldn't shoot at all. That's
at all.
You can't be a little guard without a jumper if you're not extremely explosive.
His jump shot form looked like Mutombo.
Let me see. Yeah, he was on a non-guaranteed contract with Cleveland, and they cut him too. So,
yeah.
Yo, Freeze, check this out. I'm like, I just had this random thought, and I was thinking, all right, we do have Fournier, and Fournier plays the 2, but I really feel like RJ would play. I think he's more of a better 2 than he is a small forward. Me personally. And it's just from the standpoint that you can put him out there with the Cam Reddish and with all that length. I think we'd do better. I think he'd come out the gate better, and I think our team would be a little bit more better on the perimeter. You know what I'm saying? That's just.
Would you trade him? Would you package RJ in something for Brandon Ingram?
In a heartbeat.
Yeah. I mean, I love RJ, but that's just a different. That's another caliber of player.
Here's my question actually about RJ Barrett. Say RJ Barrett did not exist in our roster, and Grimes is on RJ Barrett's spot right now. Not better, not worse. Do you reckon team is almost exactly same quality as the team that is right now? Given that how we played today,
we will be at a severe disadvantage defensively at the 3. Because
you reckon?
Because Grimes is not a 3. You can't really guard 3s. He's too small. He'll be at the 2, and then we will. And unless I don't see a reality where Tibbs would not start Fournier, and then we would be running Fournier at the 3.
It would be Fournier and Grimes playing together.
Yeah,
but then who's guarding 3s? between
it depends on who that. It depends on who that three is. If that three is Jaylen Brown, I'm comfortable with Grimes.
Okay.
Right. If that three is LeBron, nobody's gonna be able to guard LeBron.
Anyway, exactly.
But like, not even just because it's LeBron. I'm just jumping in. Not even because. Go finish. Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. Well, I'm only asking this because I'm sort of a RJ hater. Like, you can call me that, whatever, in that way. But like, I always wasn't big on RJ since his draft day, and I still kind of am not. I really want him to improve, and I want him to prove me wrong. But I'm still not convinced, especially that he re-signed this year, and he's got a big contract coming up next year. So I was just asking, like, in terms of that, how we played tonight. If it wasn't RJ and it was Grimes, and Grimes did say he did a decent job today at something like that he did usually, maybe like he did last year. I reckon there will be a tremendous difference that RJ existed or not in this today's squad. Like, and I just wanted to see how you guys would feel. Yeah,
I would say if Grimes had played tonight,
instead of RJ.
If Grimes had played tonight, I don't think Grimes puts up the offensive numbers that RJ Barrett put up.
I think the fall off defensively of running Fournier at the three or guard, like he'll be in more disadvantageous scenarios because he would be the largest guard on a team, like, and teams would exploit
here's
that.
The thing with that, though. Here's the thing with that. I think when Paolo and them guy and the Magic were getting on the boards, I think they would have sat Fournier and just gone Brunson, Grimes, Cam, Randall, and Mitch with the mix of the bench. And so when you saw, because their guards, man, we defended their guards, I think, pretty decently. I think where we were getting killed is backside rotation, right? Like their center would shoot or threaten at about 15 feet and bring our big man out, and they would do a move, and what happens is our backside rotations wasn't there. And I'm talking about Randall, Obi, and Reddish. You know what I'm saying? Y'all saw it. Like Bobo shoots a 15-footer. Hartenstein contests. Wendell Carter gets the rebound uncontested and dunks it, puts it back. Yeah, I saw that, man.
It was actually funny because they had Wendell Carter, Bobo, Banchero, and Wagner together, which means they had someone 6'8" and taller. All
I think Wagner is 6'10".
They were so high. They're so tall.
Yeah, Wagner's 6'10".
Did you guys see Brunson marking
6'10"?
All right, fellas. I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm out. Peace.
Alrighty.
Peace.
Hey, I gotta get out of here too, man, because I'm man, this cold is kicking my butt too, man. Hey, so everybody, thank y'all for coming through and rocking with us. You know what I'm saying? It's always fun to just hang out this time of night, man. I love it. Usually, you know what I'm saying, I'd be down to go to about 3:00, man. But hey, man, I'm over here with a nose running, got a tissue, you got a hat on, a little jacket, all that stuff, man.
Get you but bro.
Yeah, man. James, listen, man, it was good to see you, bro.
Good to see you too. Good to see you too.
Yeah, man. So we're here every night. We just had some stuff going on, but we're gonna be here every night just hanging out. So whenever you feel like, whenever you get free to come hang out with us, man, we'd love to have you back, bro.
For sure. Thank you.
Yeah, and Lee and Dre, man, love y'all brothers, man. Thank y'all for hanging out with me, man. Next morning, next morning drive, 10:00 in the morning.
Yeah, I'll catch you, bro.
10:00. Y'all know what it is. Hey, thank y'all for hanging out with us. Let's go Knicks. I'm excited about the dub, man. Let's go Knicks, y'all. I'll see y'all at about 10.
Queens,